to the Friday News Roundup. These Fridays seem to come quicker and quicker each week. I'm in a particular classroom because I was walking around the school building today, and I just spotted this date top of the screen here. I think that was probably around about the last time that this building was a living, breathing school, and I'm looking forward to the day when we're all back in again. So, quick news roundup for you. Watch out for a letter that's already gone out from myself following the Prime Minister's announcement. It gives some outlines in terms of ideas about schools reopening. Not a lot of news in there effectively because it's all very speculative, but you should be receiving that letter. Watch out for an insight audit, so we're just making sure that all parents and carers have got an active insight account. As time goes forward with school closure, we need to make sure that everybody's got access to communications through that platform, so watch out for that one. And the third one is chapter leaders are emailing your sons and daughters, so please watch out for those emails. They're also making phone calls just to check in with them, see how they're doing, have they got routines, catching up with their schoolwork, and anything that school can do to support that process. So watch out for those emails and those phone calls from chapter leaders. As part of the work that's been submitted, which is fantastic, and so much more work coming in now to school, which is really great to see, we're just going to send out a reminder to all students about the proper way to email staff. It's a really good practice in terms of emailing generally, so that's out there for students, so when they do email teachers, they're doing that and practicing good techniques for emailing. Okay, challenge time. So from last week, just a reminder first of all, if you've got a subject challenge that you've completed, can you send that to your class teacher first of all, rather than to the challenges email? So those go to your subject teacher, and the ones that I set, they come through to the challenges at the King's. It means that your teachers get to see the work you're doing, and they can forward those to me, and then I can put the best responses into the gallery roundup that we do now at the end of each week. Some great entries to this response challenge here, the pain, pus and poison. So those people who submitted a response to this for the £40 Amazon vouchers, they've been sent off to the governors today, and they'll be making a decision on the winner, and I'll announce that at Friday next week, and the winner will know before then, and will take home a £40 Amazon voucher. On that note, by the way, Edie Melvin has done a fantastic piece of work on this, so I've included it as part of the work that we posted on the news roundup. So if you want to know what great quality work looks like in response to one of these challenges, check out the work that's been done there. It's absolutely fantastic. Well done to Caleb on this one. Caleb successfully identified the films there that the members of staff were watching through that emojis. Sonic the Hedgehog from Miss Patterson, Frozen 2 from Miss Kelly, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix was Mr. Howarth, and Mrs. Phillips was Room on the Broom. So well done, Caleb, that's fantastic. Okay, so challenges from me this week. There's two. The first one is still the challenge I set last week, which is how many triangles can you see in that diagram when there are 15 lines across. Now this one I'm going to put the £20 Amazon voucher to. Has some responses to this, but they're not the best ones. So I'm going to give you some guidance. If you come down here, I will show you what we're looking for. So I need the evidence for how you are coming up with the numbers of triangles that you're claiming that you've got. So we do one line across. So here I've got a blue triangle. And then here I've got a green triangle. And I can clearly show you there are two triangles. If I continue that process on in the best ways of demonstrating, here you go, here's one I made earlier. So this will be an example of me showing very, very clearly for one line across that there are indeed 6 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then to get an idea about the 15, what I'll do next is go to 2 lines across and to start that process again. So on this one, I can see 1 there, and I can see 1 there, And I can see more, but I'm not going to put any more triangles on that diagram. It's going to get confusing. So I'm going to draw another one and then just carry that process on. Now, if you follow that idea, you should be able to see a pattern in the numbers of triangles, starting with the simplest example and then building up. So if you want to win that £20 Amazon voucher, what I'm looking for is submissions that are like this, where it's really clear how many triangles you're claiming you've seen. And we'll see how those responses look on Friday of next week. So there's my first challenge to you, and this one comes to the challenges email address. Okay, my second one is to do with Escher. So if I just get you to look at the screen for a second. Now, Escher was a very famous artist. He did some great mathematical puzzly designs, and he was a great one for doing tessellations. So all these examples on the screen here are examples of Escher tessellations. And my challenge to you, number 2 this week, is can you create your own Escher tessellation? Now, you can Google a search how to do an Escher tessellation, and some YouTube videos will come up. But I will show you now very briefly how simple it is to come up with an Escher style tile. Okay, so if you come back down here for me. To do an Escher style tile, probably best is to use cardboard off a cereal packet. And what you need is a square, not this big, I'm doing it this big just to demonstrate, but you need a square piece of cardboard so it's nice and stiff. And then what you do is you just put a design which goes from one corner on one side all the way down to the other corner like that. And what you do is you cut that out and you get to that position there. So I've cut out that piece there. And what happens is, to make an Escher tile, you get your sellotape and you take that piece there and you swizz it down the other side and you simply stick it on. Now, I'm rushing this, but you'll do this carefully to make sure that it's a perfect tile. And there you go. That now makes an Escher style tile, and if you replicate that on a piece of paper then, and imagine putting several versions of it around, you get quite an interesting design. If you want to go a bit more complicated than that, you can have a bell sound like that in the middle of the video, or so here what you've got is a piece here which I would cut out and put over here, and then this piece down here, I'd do the same thing, cut that out and then stick that at the top, so it's going to the opposite side each time. That would create a more complicated design, and if you just pop back up to the screen there, that's the kind of thing that you can create. And if you're really clever, you can get animals, facial features out of it. It depends how clever you are with your cutting in your pieces. Okay, so that is it from me this week. Check out, please, we've made another gallery of all the great work submissions that we've done. So that is separate to this video post. So do check out at the bottom of the news. The time's up. Check out at the bottom of the news the gallery for this week. Well done to all those pupils who've got into the gallery. Some fantastic work. If you want to get yourself in there, it's got to be quality work. So not your first effort, not a quick rushed version. Make sure that you do a really good quality piece of work. Submit that in, and then if it's great, we'll put it into the gallery roundup for next week. In the meantime, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll talk to you next Friday.